And I think it's very important that, especially demonstrations like this, these people have been here for 2 years now, every single Friday night, having peaceful protests about something that they really deeply believe in. And I think more than ever now that needs to be shown, because the media have somehow managed to twist everything and make everyone look like racist thugs. And that is not the case. I know a lot of these people, especially in Ballymena, that's where I'm originally from. And these people have a story to tell, and they're falling on deaf ears. I've been here a number of times over the past few weeks. As soon as I found out that this protest was taking place, I've went out of my way to come down and support as much as I can.
Yeah, now I'd just like to talk about why that it is that you and I get connected up this evening. In where that Lisa had videoed a speech that was given here. Now, would you just like to tell the listeners what happened to you whenever you videoed that speech there?
Well, it was a very, very short speech. I would say it lasted maybe five to 7 minutes. And during that, my live access online was completely removed for 7 days. There was nothing bad said in the speech. There was nothing violent. There was nothing aggressive. And for some reason, my live access online has been completely removed.
Yeah, this is how they rule you. You see, a lot of the concerns that we've been hearing over the last few days, you know, it's not just about that evil deed that happened in Ballymena just last week, and previously I understand it has happened there before, and I'm not really going to talk about the ins and outs of the case. But you know, there's more concerns than that, you know, and I could sort of list a few things, and you can tell me if you concur with what I'm saying. But there's the you know, the unfairness. Take Lisa here videoing that man and that speech, and how that it is that Lisa has literally lost her social media for what was it?
Live access.
Live access
7 days,
for 7 days. Now, by contrast, let's look at, say, for example, Michelle O'Neill giving a speech in where she says that there was no alternative for the IRA murders over the last, 30 years. Now, I'll just quote you a couple of those murders. Abercorn Square up in Strabane. There was a young man, you called him Adam Jack, and he was 6 months old, and an IRA bomb went off, and it showered that baby with glass, and it shredded that baby to smithereens. And Michelle O'Neill, the First Minister for all, the person that is in charge of our government in Stormont, well, she is permitted to say that there was no alternative save for the loss of life. What do you think of that?
I just think it's disgusting.
Yeah, and yet is she banned from the airwaves?
Of course not. Of course not.
So do you feel victimised for what has just happened to you?
Absolutely, and it's not the first time that it has happened to me. I've had numerous platforms. I have been permanently banned from numerous platforms. I've never incited violence. I have never promoted hate. I have simply tried to project voices that have previously been unheard.